Here I am hiding in the back room of our school. This is where all our supplies are. But I'm back here because I had a student who was just saying that they were overwhelmed by the classwork and they didn't know how they could add one more thing on top of it. And I snapped and said, well, at least you're not in regular high school where you'd have 3 more higher level classes and about 4 hours of homework a day. Well, they came up to me and said, that didn't help. That didn't make me feel any better. And I apologized because you should own up when you make mistakes. And then I thought about it and realized it was my own trauma and pain, I guess, because I went to high school and then I had to do sports. And when I say had to, was forced to, but it was kind of a release too. I had to go to church and join all the church things and volunteer and babysit, and I didn't have any time to myself. So I snap a little sometimes when well, if only you knew. Well, they do know. They're being allowed to work within their abilities, and they're allowed to be themselves without masking. And as I'm thinking about this a little further, I realized that my overwhelmedness in high school probably is what led to major bouts of depression, the suicide attempts, the self-harm that I did in quiet, the concussions I gave myself, so many other things that I'm still just learning to heal from. But I realize the students that are at my school, they don't have to suffer through that self-harm and the suicide and the attempts and the self-harm in words as well as in knives and whatever else you can find. They get to be who they were meant to be. And I don't know what that future is going to look like for them. But I'm a little jealous because I wish I'd had even half the understanding that I try to give my students. Anyway, I just wanted to share.